Right, YouTube. Just got encouragement today, man. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I've been on my butt recently, man. I'm trying to get up, get moving, but again, guys, a little busted. I just been chilling all day. But I'm learning. My mom laughing in the background, but I just wanted to come on here and just get up, read my Bible, man. I've been struggling with getting in my word lately, and that's just being honest with you guys. If you guys are struggling with this too, please, it would be helpful if you guys would like drop any advice or anything. With just getting in my word and everything. But I'm on that path now where I'm learning to deny my flesh and take up my cross daily, which means declining the things that I want to do in like simple terms, as in instead of going to eat food, I'm gonna go read my Bible. Or it's avoiding temptations, because when temptations come, that's sometimes your flesh like wanting something, or it's probably a bad way to put it, but like say, okay, here's a good way, like, oh, I want these snacks, right? But I can't, I gotta go eat healthy, so I'm gonna not eat the snacks and I'm gonna go eat this salad. It's like that, right? So it's like denying what you want for something you need. And that's what the journey I'm being on today. I don't want to get up and just do this, but like just making excuses, but I'm gonna get up and read my Bible. And learn how to accept the words instead of trying to understand it. And that was my problem. I would try to understand the Bible more than get in my word. But I'm trying to get up and get in my word and everything, and just push myself to where God needs me to. So yeah, we're gonna get in my word. I'm gonna record it, and yeah, we're gonna just get straight to it. Let's go. Alright guys, we're gonna get straight to it. Let's get straight to it. We're gonna read Job again and everything, so heck yeah. So let's see, where's Job? Right here. We left off on Job 12 when he was talking about him being like the creator and how he is the creator of all and everything. Check out my last video. And yeah, we're gonna read this part of Job and we're gonna get straight to it. And I'm gonna try to work on being more joyful, and stop being so down and all like serious and everything and doubtful. But I just try to work on being more joyful and everything. But and just building hope for the future, everything, and getting back on the righteous pathway of God. But yeah, let's just get straight to it and everything. So Job chapter 12 verse 18. He takes off the shackles put on by kings and ties a loincloth around their waist. He leads priests away stripped and overthrows officials long established. He silenced the lips of trusted advisors and takes away the discernment of elders. He pours contempt on nobles and disarms the mighty. He reveals the deep things of darkness and brings utter darkness into the light. He makes nations great and destroys them. He enlarges nations and despairs them. He deprives the leaders of the earth of their reason. He makes them wander in a trackless waste. They group in darkness with no light. He makes them stagger their drunk words. My eyes have seen all these, my ears have heard and understood it. What you know, I also know. I am not inferior to you, but I desire to speak to the Almighty and to argue my case with God. You, however, smear me with lies. You are worthless, physicians, or all of you. If only you would be altogether silent,
For you that would be wisdom. Hear now my argument, listen the pleas of my lips. Will you speak wickedly on God's behalf? Will you speak deceitfully for him? Will you show him partially? Will you argue the case for God? Would it turn out well if he examined you? Could you deceive him as you might deceive a mortal? He will surely call you to account if you secretly show it partially. Will not his splendor terrify you? Will not the dread of him fall on you? Your maxims are proverbs of ashes. Your defenses are defenses of clay. Keep silent and let me speak. Now let come to me what may. Why do I put myself in jeopardy, and take my life in my hands? Though he slay me, yet will I hope in him. I surely defend my ways to his face. Indeed, this will turn out for my deliverance, for no godless person would dare come before him. Listen carefully to what I say. Let my words ring in your ears. Now that I have prepared my case, I know I will be vindicated. Can anyone bring charges against me? If so, I will be silent and die. Only grant me these two things. God, then I will not hide from you. Withdraw your hand far from me, and stop frightening me with your terrors. Then summon me, and I will answer, or let me speak, and you reply to me. How many wrongs and sins have I committed? Show me my offenses and my sin. Why do you hide your face and consider me your enemy? Will you torment and a wind blow leaf? Will you chase after dry shaft? For you write down bitter things against me, and make me reap the sins of my youth. You fasten my feet in shackles. You keep close watch on all my paths, by putting marks on the soles of my feet. So man wastes away like something rotten, like a garment eaten by moths. 14. Mortals born of woman are a few days and full of trouble. They spring like flowers and wither away. Like fleeting shadows, they do not endure. So, I'm going to pause right here. Basically, what I'm getting is Job is basically just expressing his, how he feels to, I think it's, yeah, so Job is expressing how he feels to his friend, Zophar, expressing, his hurtness to his friend and everything. And he's going back and forth with his friend. Start off from 14. Mortals born of women are a few days and full of trouble. They spring up like flowers and wither away. Like fleeting shadows, they do not endure. Do you fix your eye on them? Will you bring them before you for judgment? Who can bring what is pure from the impure? No one. A person's days are determined. You have decreed the number of his months, and have set limits he cannot exceed. So look away from him and let him alone, till he has put in his time like a hired labor. At least there is hope for a tree. Hope for a tree. If it's cut down, it will sprout again, and its new shoots will not fail. Its roots may grow old and brown, and in slumps die in the soil. Yet at the scent of water it will bud, and put forth shoots like a plant. But a man dies and is laid low. He breathes his last and is no more. As the water of a lake dries up, or a river bed becomes parched and dry, so he lays down and is not raised. He lays down and is not raised. Till the heavens are no more, people will not awaken or be roused from their sleep. If only you would hide in me in the grave, and counsel me till your anger has passed. If only you would set me a time and then remind me. If someone dies, will they live again? All the days of my heart service, I'll wait for my renewal to come. You will call and I will answer you. You will long for the creature your hands have made. Surely then you will count my steps, not keep track of my sin. My offenses will be sealed up in a bag. You will cover over my sin, that as mountain erodes and crumbles, and as a rock is moved from its place, as water wears away stones, and torrents wash away the soil, so you destroy a person's hope. You overpower them once for all. Can pause. Dang. My flesh is like acting up. And now all of a sudden when I start reading the Bible, I start I get a runny nose. Which is interesting, you know? But let's get back into it, sorry. But as a mountain erodes and crumbles, and as a rock is moved from its place, as water wears away stones, and torrents wash away the soil, so you destroy a person's hope. You overpower them once for all, and they are gone. You change their countenance to send them away. If their children are honored, they do not know it. If their offsprings are brought low, they do not see it. They feel but the pain of their own bodies, and mourn only for themselves. His friend I'm gonna call him E. Eliphaz. I don't know how to say his name or pronounce his name. If you guys know how to, then kind of try to put it in simple terms for me, because I do not know how to pronounce his name. But then E, the Temanite, replied, would a wise person answer with empty notions, or fill their belly with the hot east wind? Would they argue with useless words, with speechless that have no value? But you even undermine pity, and hinder devotion to God. Your sin prompts your mouth, you adopt the tongue of the crafty. Your own mouth condemns you, not mine. Your own lips testify against you. Are you the first man ever born? Are you brought forth before the hills? Do you listen in on God's counsel? Do you have a monopoly on wisdom? What do you know that we do not know? What insights do you have that we do not have? The gray-haired and the aged are on our side. Men even older than your father. Are God's consolations not enough for you? Words spoken gently to you? Why has your heart carried you away? Why do your eyes flash, so you vent your rage against God, and pour out such words from your mouth? What are mortals that they could be pure? Are those born of woman that they would be righteous? If God places no trust in his holy ones, if even the heavens are not pure in his eyes, how much less mortals who are vile and corrupt, who drink up evil like water. Listen to me, and I will explain to you. Let me tell you what I have seen, what the wise have declared, hiding nothing preserved from their ancestors. And then, this is a good thing right here. Panorama. Tough times. Bad things happen to good people. Job was a good person, but one day he lost all his money, all his children, and later his health. Job was faithful to God, and he couldn't explain why God was letting him suffer. See? That's a good way. That's a good way to put it. So, he couldn't explain why God was letting him suffer. And then back to Job chapter 15, verse 19. 19. To whom alone the land was given, when no foreigners moved among them. All his days the wicked man suffers torment. The ruthless man through all the years stored up for him. Terrifying sounds fill his ears when all seems well martyrs attack him. He despairs of escaping the realm of darkness. He is marked for the sword. He wanders about for food like a vulture. He knows the day of darkness is at hand. Distress and anguish fill him with terror. Troubles overwhelm him like a king poised to attack, because he shakes his fist at God and vents himself against the Almighty, defiantly charging against him with a thick, strong shield. Though his face is covered with fat and his waist bulges with flesh, he will inhabit ruined towns, and towns where no one lives, houses crumbling to rubble. He will no longer be rich, and his wealth will not endure, nor will his possessions spread over the land. He will not escape the darkness. A flame will wither his shoots, and the breath of God's mouth will carry him away. Let him not deceive himself by trusting what is worthless, for he will be nothing in return. Before his time he will wither, and his branches will not flourish. He will be like a vine stripped of its unripe grapes, like an olive tree shedding its blossoms. For the company of godless will be barren, and fire will consume the tents of those who love bribes. They conceive trouble and give birth to evil. Their womb fashions deceit. Job 16. Then Job replied, I have heard many things like these. You are miserable comforters, all of you. Will your long-winded speeches never end? What allies you that keep you on arguing? I also could speak like you. If you were in my place, I could make fine speeches against you and shake my head at you, but my mouth would encourage you. Comfort from my lips would bring you relief. Yet if I speak, my pain is not revealed. And if I speak, my pain is not revealed. And if I refrain, it does not go away. Surely, God, you have worn me out. You have devastated my entire household. You have shriveled me up, and it has become a witness. My godness rises up and testifies against me. God allies me and tears me in all anger, and his anger, and gashes his teeth at me. My opponent fastens on me his piercing eyes. People open their mouths to jeer at me. They strike my cheek in scorn, and unite together against me. God has turned me over to the ungodly, and thrown me into the clutches of the wicked. All was well with me, but he shattered me. He seized me but by the neck and crushed me. He has made me his target. His arches surround me. Without pity he pierces my kidneys and spiles my gall on the ground. Again and again he bursts upon me. He rushes at me like a warrior. I have sewed sackcloth over my skin, and buried my brow in the dust. My face is red with weeping. Dark shadows ring my eyes. Yet my eyes have been free of violence, and my prayer is pure. Earth, do not cover my blood. May my cry never be laid to rest. Even now my witness is in heaven. Okay, got distracted. Let me read it again. Earth, do not cover my blood. May my cry never be laid to rest. Even now my witness is in heaven. My advocate is on high. My intercessor is my friend. As my eyes pour out tears to God on behalf of a man he pleads with God. As one pleads for a friend, only a few years will pass before I take the path of no return. My spirit is broken. My days are cut short. The grave awaits me. Surely mockers surround me. My eyes must dwell on their hostility. Give me, O God, the pledge you demand. Who else will put me up security for me? You have closed their minds to understanding, therefore you will not let them trumpet. If anyone denounces their friends for reward, The eyes of their children will fall. God has made me a byword to everyone, a man whose face people spit. My eyes have grown dim with grief. My whole frame is but a shadow. The upright are appalled at this. The innocent are aroused against the ungodly. Nevertheless, the righteous will hold to their ways, and those with clean hands will grow stronger. But come on, all of you, try again. I will not find a wise man among you. My days have passed, my plans are shattered, yet the desires of my heart turn night into day. In the face of the darkness, light is near. If the only home I hope for is the grave, if I spread out my bed in the realm of darkness, if I say corruption, you are my father. If I say to corruption, you are my father, and to the worm, my mother or my sister, where then is my hope? Who can see any hope for me? Will it go down to the gates of death? Will we descend together into the dust? Then Bilab the Shuhite replied, when will you end these speeches? Be sensible, and then we can talk. Why are we regarded as cattle, and considered stupid in your sight? You who tear yourself to pieces in your anger. Is the earth to be abandoned for your shake, or must the rocks be moved from their place? The lamp of wicked men is snuffed out. The flame of his fire stops burning. The light in his tent becomes dark. The lamp beside him goes out. The vigor of his step is weakened. His speeches schemes throw him down. His feet thrust him into a net. He wanders into its mesh. A trap seizes him by the heel, and a snare holds him fast. A noose is hidden for him on the ground. A trap lies in his path. Terrors straddle him on every side. A dog is every step. Calamity is hungry for him. Disaster is ready for him when he falls. It eats away parts of his skin. Death's firstborn devours his limbs. He is torn from the security of his tent and marched off to the king of terrors. Fire resides in his tent, and burning sulfur is scattered over his dwelling. His roots dry up below, and his branches wither above. The memory of him perishes from the earth. His roots dry up below, and his branches wither below. The memory of him perishes from the earth. He has no name in the land. He is driven from the light into the realm of darkness, and is banished from the world. He has no offspring or descendants among his people, no survivor where once he lived. People of the west are appalled at his fate. Those of the east are seized with horror. Surely such is the dwelling of an evil man. Such is the place of one who does not know God. Then Job replied, how long will you torment me and crush me with words? 10 times now you have reproached me. Shamelessly you attack me. If it's true that I have gone astray, my errors remains my concern alone. If indeed you would exalt yourselves above me, and use my humiliation against me, then know what God has wronged me, and drawn his net around me. Though I cry violence, I get no response. Though I call for help, there is no justice. He has blocked my way so I cannot pass. He has shrouded my paths in darkness. He has stripped me of my horror and removed the crown off my head. He tears me on every side till I am gone. He uproots my hope like a tree. His anger burns against me. He counts me among his enemies. His troops advance in force. They build a siege ramp against me and encamp around my tent. He has alienated my family from me. My acquaintances are completely estranged from me. My relatives have gone away. My closest friends have forgotten me. My guests and my female servants count me a foreigner. They look on me as on a stranger. They look on me as on a stranger. I summon my servant, but I summon my servant, but he does not answer. Though I beg him with my own mouth, my breath is offensive to my wife. I am loathsome to my own family. Even the little boys scorn me. When I appear, they ridicule me. All my intimate friends detest me. Those I love have turned against me. I am nothing but skin and bones. I have escaped only by the skin of my teeth. Have pity on me, my friends have pity, for the hand of God has struck me. Why do you pursue me as God does? Will you never get enough of my flesh? Oh, that my words were recorded, that they were written on a scroll, that they were inscribed with an iron tool on lead. Whoa. Or engraved in rock forever. I know that my Redeemer lives, and that in the end he will stand on the earth. And after my skin has been destroyed, yet in my flesh, and after my skin has been destroyed, yet in my flesh, I will see God. I myself will see Him with my own eyes. I and not another. How my heart yearns within me. If you say, how he will hound me, since the root of the troubles lies in him, you should fear the sword yourselves, for wrath will bring punishment by the sword, and then you will know that there is judgment. That was good. That was very powerful. Impacted. My flesh is tired, but my spirit is up. And so what I'm getting from this is that he's going back and forth with his friends, right? He is basically in a debate with them, right? As you would call it. He's in a debate with them, and he's basically arguing with them back and forth about God and how God has taken everything away, and he's debating his friends about how God's like treating him, is what I'm getting from this, guys. And also, don't take my words for like your like thoughts or anything. This is like my thoughts on it, like just my personal thoughts on it, right? And everything. But yeah, so what I'm getting is like they're just arguing back and forth about like what's happening and everything, and that his friends are like you could just see from the beginning, like you can even see like, when will you end these speeches? He shows up, he tells, here, I gotta find a good version. You know, his friends are trying to help him, I guess, or like just trying to give him wisdom. And then Job is just like, I have heard many things like these. You are miserable comforters, all of you. That's what he tells his friends. He says, I have heard many things like these. You are miserable comforters, all of you. Will your long-winded speeches never end? And then he's just telling them that his spirit is broken and that he's hurt and everything. And then his friends were like, when will you end these speeches? Be sensible and then we can talk. That's crazy. Why are we regarded as cattle and considered stupid in your sight? You who tear yourself to pieces in your anger. Is the earth to be abandoned for your sake, or must rock? And then Job is just like, there's more. And then Job is like, how long will you torment me and crush me with words? Like, they're just going like, back and forth. I just reading from the beginning, but just reading from it all. But yeah, like I said, like you can just see if like just how they just start off talking. They're just like, how they just start off talking. They're just going straight to it. Like, how long will you torment me and crush me with words? Like, and yeah, so I like how one thing I really do admire though is how Job is standing up for God. I feel like he's standing up for God, and he's still standing in his place no matter what it is, and he's not switching up on God like his friends are. He's not switching up on God. You know what I mean? It's like he's still standing 10 toes on what he like believes in and what he has his faith in, right? And that's what I really admire about Job right here, is like he's standing on his word. He's standing on it. He's defending it no matter what's happening. He's explaining to them how he's hurt, and he's expressing his feelings. Like I told y'all, like he's just expressing how he feels to his friends and everything, but they're going on a debate about it. But Job is still standing on what he believes in, right? And he's standing on his beliefs, and that's what I really respect and admire about Job about this. And he's taking the heat, but he's still standing on his beliefs no matter what it is. He's basically gonna die he's gonna die behind what he's trying to get at. He's gonna die for God. He's gonna die behind what he's getting at. He's standing 10 toes, right? He's standing 10 toes and everything, and that's what I really respect about it all and everything. So heck yeah. But let's read Zophar 20.